Nice guys never have these 5 traits women crave. Are you tired of being the nice guy who never gets the girl? Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right but still end up alone? Well, I'm about to reveal 5 brutal truths about what women really find attractive. And it might shock you. Get ready to level up your dating game. Number 1. Self-respect. Having self-respect is a key difference between men who are genuinely attractive and those considered nice guys who often come across as needy and desperate. These behaviors can indicate low self-esteem, which is unattractive to many women. Conversely, a man who values himself radiates confidence, making him universally appealing. This confidence comes from recognizing one's worth and the ability to set healthy relationship boundaries. Establishing and upholding personal boundaries is a cornerstone of self-respect. When a man understands his limits and communicates them effectively, it demonstrates that he values his needs and feelings. Women are drawn to partners who assert their boundaries because it signifies maturity and emotional stability. Research published by the American Psychological Association shows that both men and women consistently rank confidence as a desirable trait, emphasizing its significance in romantic relationships. Furthermore, self-respect empowers a man to engage in healthy relationships without sacrificing his own values or needs. This balance promotes mutual respect, leading to stronger connections. As Brené Brown, a well-known researcher on vulnerability and courage, states, "You cannot get to courage without walking through vulnerability." This means that self-respect involves acknowledging one's weaknesses while maintaining a strong sense of self-worth. Self-respect also influences how men approach romantic interests. Men with healthy self-esteem are more likely to interact positively with potential partners, creating an atmosphere of mutual respect and value. Studies show that individuals with high self-esteem are often more popular and experience higher levels of satisfaction in their relationships. In essence, self-respect goes beyond simply valuing oneself. It's about embodying that value in all interactions. Men who demonstrate self-respect attract women not only through their confidence, but also through the healthy dynamics they foster in relationships. Yet, even emotional stability isn't enough if you're missing the next trait, a trait so critical that its absence can turn attraction into frustration almost overnight. But lacking self-respect is just the beginning. There's a deeper, more unexpected trait that nice guys often miss, one that can make or break a relationship in ways you might not imagine. Number 2. Emotional stability. Emotional stability is a highly desirable trait in a partner, often sought out by women. It demonstrates an individual's capacity to handle life's difficulties with composure and resilience. This stability creates a feeling of safety and security in a relationship, allowing women to feel valued and secure. When men exhibit emotional stability, they manage stress and emotional turmoil without overreacting, fostering a nurturing environment for both partners. Conversely, many nice guys struggle with emotional instability. They often prioritize pleasing others, leading to excessive self-sacrifice and conflict avoidance. This behavior is rooted in a fear of rejection and a need for validation, resulting in emotional reactivity that can harm relationships. For instance, disagreements may cause them to become overly defensive or accommodating, leading to increased tension rather than resolution. Emotional stability not only benefits personal well-being but also strengthens communication in relationships. Emotionally stable individuals can articulate their thoughts and feelings openly, fostering honest dialogue and mutual understanding. This quality is particularly important to women who appreciate partners who can express themselves without fearing judgment. According to the American Psychological Association, emotional stability is marked by predictability and consistency in emotional reactions, which is vital for healthy relationship dynamics. Research suggests that women place high importance on emotional stability in partners. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that 74% of women view emotional maturity as essential for a lasting partnership. This emphasizes emotional stability as a fundamental element of fulfilling relationships. As Bob Hoskins famously said, emotional stability and expression comes from women, highlighting the critical role emotional balance plays in fostering strong partnerships. Yet even emotional stability isn't enough if you're missing the next trait, a trait so critical that its absence can turn attraction into frustration almost overnight. Before we dive in, I want to thank you all for your support. Every comment, like, and share fuels my passion to continue spreading the Stoic philosophy that transformed my life. Your engagement strengthens this community, and I'm grateful for each of you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Decisiveness. Decisiveness is a key trait that separates confident men from those deemed nice guys, who frequently struggle with decision-making due to a fear of upsetting others and a lack of self-assurance. This indecision often stems from a deep-seated belief that placing others' needs above their own is a virtue. Consequently, nice guys might hesitate to make choices, fearing any decision could displease their partner or provoke conflict. This tendency not only harms their self-esteem but also injects uncertainty into their relationships. On the other hand, a decisive man projects confidence in his judgment and readily takes initiative, qualities that women find very attractive. Decisiveness signals self-assurance and comfort with one's choices, which fosters a feeling of security in a partner. Women are often drawn to men who make decisions swiftly and effectively, seeing it as a sign of strength and dependability. This trait becomes especially valuable in romantic relationships where clear direction is crucial for stability. A decisive partner brings clarity and direction, bolstering the overall stability of a relationship. When a man confidently navigates decisions, be it selecting a restaurant or discussing future plans, it instills a sense of security in his partner. This reassurance allows both individuals to feel more grounded, reducing anxiety and deepening the emotional connection. Furthermore, decisive men tend to be better equipped to handle conflicts constructively, as they address issues head-on rather than avoiding them through indecisiveness. In essence, embracing decisiveness not only benefits personal growth, but also enriches romantic partnerships. By cultivating this trait, men can transform hesitant interactions into confident exchanges, creating more fulfilling relationships where both partners feel valued and understood. But brace yourself. The lack of decisiveness isn't the most surprising trait nice guys are missing. There's another often overlooked quality that can utterly transform how women perceive you. Let's get to the final bombshell, a secret weapon that can skyrocket your appeal to women, but nice guys almost never have. Number 4. Independence and passion. Independence and passion are vital qualities that distinguish self-assured men from nice guys, who often grapple with dependency and a lack of direction in life. Many nice guys tend to depend heavily on their partners for validation and happiness, leading to codependent relationships. This dependency can create an imbalance where one person feels burdened by the other's emotional needs, ultimately stifling intimacy and personal growth. In contrast, a man who embodies independence demonstrates his ability to manage his life and find happiness within himself. This self-reliance is not only appealing but also reassuring to women, signaling that he is secure in himself and doesn't rely on the relationship to define him. An independent man has his own interests, hobbies, and social circles, adding depth to his personality and making him a more well-rounded partner. This independence cultivates a healthier relationship dynamic, allowing both individuals to flourish as individuals while sharing a strong connection. Passion is another crucial element that enhances a man's attractiveness. A passionate man possesses a clear sense of purpose and identity, whether it's through his career ambitions, creative pursuits, or personal interests. This enthusiasm for life makes him more captivating and interesting to women. When a man is passionate about something, it reflects commitment and drive, inherently attractive qualities. Moreover, passion can ignite deeper conversations and shared experiences within a relationship, fostering opportunities for growth and exploration as a couple. Women are often drawn to men who exude passion because it signals ambition and a zest for life, traits that promise excitement and adventure. In conclusion, cultivating independence and passion not only enriches a man's life, but also increases his desirability in the eyes of women. By embracing these qualities, men can foster healthier relationships built on mutual respect, shared passions, and emotional fulfillment. Number 5. Being a good listener. Women truly value partners who are attentive listeners. Many men who are considered nice often prioritize superficial gestures of kindness, neglecting the genuine needs and emotions of their partners. This can create a communication barrier and a feeling of emotional distance, ultimately weakening the relationship. Men who listen attentively convey empathy and genuine care, establishing a space where their partners feel respected and understood. This active participation demonstrates a concern for their thoughts and feelings, cultivating a deeper emotional bond. Research by the American Psychological Association indicates that open communication, particularly active listening, is crucial for developing trust and closeness in relationships. When individuals feel heard, it strengthens their emotional connection and increases overall relationship happiness. Attentive listening goes beyond simply hearing words. It requires understanding the underlying emotions and intentions. This level of connection allows for more meaningful dialogues and helps address conflicts more efficiently. When a partner feels validated and understood, it substantially decreases misunderstandings that could lead to disagreements. Moreover, being a good listener improves the relationship by nurturing emotional connection and trust. As Stephen Covey famously said, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." This emphasizes prioritizing your partner's point of view before sharing your own, a practice that can significantly improve communication dynamics. To summarize, being a good listener goes beyond hearing your partner. It involves engaging with her deeply. This skill is incredibly valuable for nurturing a loving and supportive relationship cherished by both partners. Being a good listener is a game changer. While nice guys think they're attentive, they often miss the mark by focusing on superficial gestures rather than truly connecting. Women long for partners who listen deeply, understand their emotions, and engage on a meaningful level. This genuine connection fosters trust and intimacy, setting the stage for a fulfilling relationship. So there you have it, 5 powerful traits that can make all the difference in how women perceive you. It's not about being nice, it's about being genuine, confident, and self-assured. What do you think is the most attractive quality in a partner? Drop the number in the comments below. And hey, if you're ready to dive deeper into building healthy relationships, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss a single video from father and son. Let's learn and grow together. Become undefeatable. How do you face problems in life? Have you ever experienced all the emotions when encountering a problem? Sadness, disappointment, confusion, and wanting to give up? Most people probably experience these when encountering some problem in life. But have you ever wondered if it's really considered a problem, or is it mostly just caused by your anxiety? Captain Jack Sparrow once had a saying like this: "The problem is not the problem is your attitude about the problem." In other words, our attitude toward problems is the decisive point between our failure or success in overcoming adversity. This is an important lesson in mind and spirit management, showing the power of a positive outlook and flexibility in facing the challenges that life presents. The above view also deeply reflects the philosophy of Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Today, with Stoicism leading the way, we will learn about how to face life's adversities to become invincible in every situation. Starting with the story in the city of Cyprus in 300 BC, there was a very rich merchant named Zeno. While on a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship sank with all his cargo. This was an unwanted event beyond Zeno's control, turning him from a rich man to a poor man in a matter of moments. Imagine you are Zeno. How will you react when your life's work is wiped out by the sheer force of nature? Are you angry? You would be upset. Do you feel like life is turning its back on you? These are natural reactions that most of us will experience. However, for Zeno, the father of Stoicism, these emotions may not have been a choice. Zeno may have made a different response. Instead of blaming fate or feeling disappointed, Zeno could have seen the incident as an opportunity to learn and grow. He may have realized that while he cannot control external events, he always has a choice in how he reacts to them. Zeno's appropriate response would have been acceptance and patience. Instead of blaming fate, he could have focused on rebuilding from the ground up, using this unfortunate event as an opportunity to develop himself and become mentally stronger. A small change can be permanent, and a small change in your thinking can create larger and more powerful transformations in the future. At the core of Stoicism lies the concept of acceptance and indifference. After reading the works of Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno created and taught Stoicism. According to Zeno, although we cannot control many things that happen around us, we can control how they affect us, and must use this ability most effectively. Instead of crying over spilled milk, or in this case, sunken cargo, Zeno emphasized remaining calm and neutral in the face of his difficult situation. Today, many people unwittingly consider Stoics to be unmoved, rarely experiencing intense emotions such as anger or anxiety. But the original meaning of Stoicism goes deeper than that. Rather than just being a way of describing emotionless people, Stoicism is a way of seeing, describing, and understanding the world. It is a lifestyle that has existed for centuries. Lesson 1. Control what you can. To become invincible, we need to learn to control what can be controlled, one of the core tenets of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches that we should focus on the things within our control and let go of the things we cannot control. When we realize that many things happen outside of our control, we will no longer waste time and energy worrying about them. Instead, we will focus on how we react and adjust our attitudes to situations. This not only helps reduce stress but also helps us maintain calm and clarity in all situations. Epictetus once said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This principle lies at the heart of Stoicism, teaching us to focus on what we can control and release what we cannot. For example, when faced with failure at work, instead of complaining and blaming ourselves, we can choose to view this failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. By changing our perspective, we not only overcome difficulties but also become stronger. It's important that we focus on specific actions we can take to improve the situation, rather than obsessing over factors we cannot change. Besides, we should live with less. Living with less means freeing yourself from the pressures and expectations that society places on you, or the pressures that you put on yourself. Imagine someone who has worked hard for the past 6 months. He felt he deserved a promotion, so he went to his boss to present a performance report. The boss thanked him but did not promote him. Can you guess how this guy would feel in this case? Try to predict in the comments below. He went home thinking he had done a terrible job. He doesn't consider the possibility that the boss might be angry, someone else might be better qualified, or that the company is in financial trouble and can't promote anyone. He didn't know the reason, but still felt uncomfortable. If he simply placed his value on the quality of the work he completed and continued to work hard and persistently to achieve the promotion he wanted, he would be much happier. With the right perspective, his goals will not be diminished, just delayed. It's important to reframe your thinking. A true Stoic does not judge success based on the financial gain from their work, but finds solace in the ability to live a comfortable life without having to buy everything that money can purchase. By focusing on our intrinsic values and the things we can control, we can reduce pressure and feel happier in our daily lives. This mindset adjustment helps us find joy and satisfaction from small achievements and from our own relentless efforts. Additionally, controlling your emotions and attitude is also an important part of becoming invincible. When faced with difficult situations, remaining calm and optimistic will help us make more informed and reasonable decisions. This also helps us avoid negative and unnecessary reactions, contributing to maintaining a stable and strong mental state. Ultimately, learning to control what we can control helps us build a solid foundation for resilience and persistence in life. When we know our limits and focus on what we can do, we feel more confident and less swayed by external events. This is the secret to becoming invincible, according to the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Lesson 2. Accept voluntary discomfort. The Stoics advocated accepting discomfort and difficulty as a means of building strength and resilience. Seneca, an influential Stoic philosopher, believed that practicing voluntary discomfort, such as fasting or physical exertion, prepares us to face inevitable difficulties. Small actions like sleeping on the floor instead of a bed, taking cold showers instead of hot ones, or eating a simple diet like just eating potatoes for a few days, are all helpful exercises. These exercises help us realize that no matter how difficult it is, we can still survive and thrive if we have the right mindset. Accepting discomfort voluntarily is not only a physical exercise, but also a mental one. When we voluntarily put ourselves in difficult situations, we learn to control our reactions and develop patience and tolerance. This helps us mentally prepare for future misfortunes. This practice, called premeditatio malorum, helps us develop mental toughness, making us less vulnerable to unexpected challenges. When practicing premeditatio malorum, we imagine the worst possible scenarios in life. This is not intended to make us more anxious, but on the contrary, to help us reduce our fears and worries about the future. By imagining and preparing for the worst, we become stronger and less susceptible to unwanted events. This helps us maintain calm and control in all situations. For example, if we regularly practice fasting, when we encounter food scarcity situations, we will not panic, but instead use the skills and experience we have accumulated to overcome difficulties. Or if we are used to taking cold showers when the hot water system has a problem, we will not feel inconvenienced and still continue life normally. However, it is necessary to clearly distinguish between predicting bad things that may happen and overthinking. Forecasting is the act of mentally preparing and planning for the worst situations, helping us be ready to face difficulties. Overthinking, on the other hand, is thinking too much about problems, leading to unnecessary anxiety and stress. The goal of predicting is to create calm and control, while overthinking only adds to the pressure and reduces our effectiveness in dealing with reality. You need to clearly separate this to avoid causing unnecessary worries that affect your spirit. Wondering why we don't start crying when it starts to rain? That's because even though the situation is bad, we have learned to wait for the rain. It is inevitable. We cannot control the weather. Even if it rains, the rain passes and the light returns. Stoicism teaches us that in the same way, we should expect that every bad thing that can happen will happen. Imagine the worst outcome and have the satisfaction of knowing it could happen. Practicing voluntary discomfort also helps us develop gratitude and appreciation for the good things in life. When we voluntarily give up everyday comforts, we realize their value and become more appreciative. This not only increases satisfaction and happiness, but also helps us face losses more gently. By being able to endure these unpleasant situations, we indirectly prepare ourselves for future misfortunes. We learn not to get carried away by negative emotions and maintain mental stability. This is one of the ways that Stoicism makes us invincible. We cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can control our reactions and turn difficulties into opportunities to grow and develop. Test your understanding. Which of the following do you think you are practicing voluntary discomfort? A. Do things you don't like. B. Do things you think you can't do. C. Do what others require. Please choose and explain in the comments below. Thanks for your interaction. Lesson 3. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization is a Stoic exercise that involves imagining worst-case scenarios. This practice helps us prepare for potential challenges and appreciate what we have. By reflecting on the loss of things we value, we can cultivate gratitude and reduce fear of the unknown. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively about the impermanence of life and the importance of accepting it. By regularly practicing negative visualization, we become less attached to external outcomes and more focused on our inner strength. However, it is important that we do not turn negative visualizations into pessimism. The goal of negative visualization is not to live in fear and gloom, but to prepare psychologically and spiritually for possible difficulties. By imagining worst-case scenarios, we not only minimize fear, but also develop resilience. This helps us face challenges calmly and clearly. For example, if you're worried about losing your job, take time to imagine that scenario, how you would cope, what steps you would take to find a new job, and how you would adjust your daily life. Once you think carefully, you will realize that losing your job is not an insurmountable disaster, but a challenge that you can prepare for and meet. This helps reduce anxiety and boost confidence. In addition, negative visualization also helps us better appreciate what we have. When we imagine losing important things like family, health, or career, we will appreciate those things in our current lives more. This awareness encourages gratitude and makes us live more meaningfully, appreciating moments and their true value. It is important to maintain balance. Negative visualization is not for us to wallow in worry, but for us to become stronger and ready to face whatever comes our way. By practicing negative visualization properly and rationally, we not only prepare for the worst situations, but also develop a strong mentality, making us invincible in life. Lesson 4. Focus on virtue. To become invincible in all situations, practicing Stoic virtue is essential. The Stoics believed that virtue was the highest good and the key to true happiness. By prioritizing virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we align our actions with our values, leading to a more fulfilling and resilient life. When faced with adversity, focusing on ethical behavior helps us maintain our integrity and composure. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not events that make us miserable, it's how we perceive them." This emphasizes the importance of controlling our reactions to external events through the practice of virtue. When we focus on our wisdom, we learn to see things more objectively and clearly. For example, in a stressful situation at work, instead of getting angry or frustrated, a Stoic will stop to think rationally, find effective solutions, and maintain a positive attitude. Courage, one of the key virtues, helps us face fear and challenges with resilience. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but acting in spite of fear." When we practice courage, we do not avoid difficulties, but instead confront them with a strong and determined spirit. For example, when faced with illness or loss, the Stoic will not let fear take over, but will find ways to overcome and adapt to the new situation. Fairness, a virtue that demonstrates proper treatment and respect for each other, helps us build lasting and harmonious relationships. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, asserted that justice is the foundation of all virtues. In everyday life, when we encounter conflict or injustice, acting fairly not only helps solve the problem, but also creates a positive and supportive environment. For example, in a family dispute, instead of trying to impose their opinions, the Stoic will listen and find a solution that is fair to all parties. Temperance, the final virtue, helps us control ourselves and maintain balance in our lives. Epictetus said, "He who controls his desires is free." Practicing temperance not only helps us avoid temptations and negative behaviors, but also helps us live in a more organized and productive manner. For example, in managing personal finances, Stoics will spend responsibly and frugally, thereby avoiding future financial difficulties. By displaying good qualities, we strengthen our character and become less influenced by external circumstances. Practicing virtue not only helps us respond positively and effectively to challenges, but also helps us build a fulfilling and happy life. It is through focusing on virtue that we can become invincible no matter how difficult life gets. Of the 4 Stoic pillars, which virtue do you think is the most important? A. Courage. B. Fairness. C. Wisdom. Or D. Moderation? Please share your views below. Thank you for your interaction. Lesson 5. Accept fate calmly. Life is impermanent and full of fluctuations. To live peacefully and without regrets about the past or worry about the future, we need to learn to accept life as it is. The Stoics' concept of amor fati, or fated love, encourages us to embrace whatever happens in our lives. Instead of resisting or lamenting our circumstances, we should accept them as a necessary part of our journey. This acceptance does not mean passivity, but active engagement with life's challenges, seeing them as opportunities for growth. A good example of practicing amor fati is when faced with loss. Instead of wallowing in sadness and regret, we can choose to see loss as a part of life. As in the above case of Zeno, instead of crying in frustration in the pain of losing his fortune, he accepted it as something that had to happen in his life. He still survived the shipwreck. Isn't that what you should be most grateful for? Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Love everything that happens to you because it's part of your journey. When we accept this, we can move forward, finding meaning and value in every experience, whether positive or negative." Nelson Mandela is one of the world's most famous African leaders. While fighting against apartheid, he was sentenced to life in prison and spent 27 years there before being released. When he got out of prison, he was elected president of South Africa, and so many people thought that he would brutally punish everyone involved in apartheid or his imprisonment, but of course, he didn't. During his time in prison, Mandela read the works of Marcus Aurelius and learned many of the core values of Stoicism, all of which he practiced throughout his life. Instead of calling for the execution of wrongdoers, Nelson Mandela called on his people to seek the opposite, to relax and rebuild. He emphasized that the past was now beyond their control and the only thing they could do was find a way to move forward and build a better nation. This is the path of the Stoic. Acceptance and adaptation also help us not think too much about the future. Worrying about things that haven't happened yet only adds to the pressure and stress. Instead, we should focus on the present, doing what we can do best under the current circumstances. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "It is madness to live in the past or the future while ignoring the present. When we focus on the present, we can enjoy life more and make better decisions." The lesson from Stoic philosophy is to accept life with all its impermanence. Instead of resisting or fearing changes and challenges, we should accept them with a calm mind and patience. Acceptance does not mean passive acceptance, but rather taking advantage of every opportunity to learn and grow. Advice from Stoic philosophy is to live each day with mindfulness and gratitude. Appreciate the present moments, and don't let the past or future dominate your mind. When we accept life calmly and without regrets, we will find true peace and happiness. In conclusion, Amor Fati is not only a philosophy, but also a way of life that helps us face all challenges and events in life resiliently and positively. Accept and love everything that happens to you, because that is the path to maturity and happiness. As Viktor Frankl said, when we are no longer able to change the situation, we are forced to change ourselves. This is our Stoic lesson today. Integrating Stoic principles into our lives allows us to develop a strong character that can endure the inevitable ups and downs. By adopting this mindset, we empower ourselves to take control of our lives starting today. Every new day becomes an opportunity for us to gradually build an invincible character that can overcome all storms. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next Stoic lessons. Thank you for watching.
9 hidden techniques older men use to make women addicted. According to research, older men are now the most attractive thing that women genuinely desire. What's their secret sauce? In today's video, we're diving into the 9 hidden techniques that seasoned men use to make women absolutely addicted to them. These aren't your typical dating tips. These are time-tested strategies that tap into the psychology of desire and attraction. Are you ready to uncover what makes these men stand out from the crowd? How do they effortlessly keep women hooked, craving more of their presence? Stick around because these techniques might just change the way you approach relationships forever. Number 1. Growth mindset. Among the standout qualities of older men is their growth mindset, a trait that often sets them apart in both social and romantic contexts. Unlike those who cling to past grievances or missed opportunities, older men tend to adopt a forward-thinking attitude. This approach is not just about personal development, but also about fostering strong, meaningful connections with others. It reflects a commitment to continuous self-improvement and a desire to evolve, making them more attractive to women seeking genuine, enduring relationships. The allure of a growth-oriented mindset lies in its ability to infuse interactions with a sense of passion and potential. Older men who embody this mindset often guide conversations towards their aspirations, dreams, and goals. This not only reveals their sense of purpose, but also creates a dynamic, engaging environment that sparks enthusiasm and excitement. Their ability to discuss future plans and ambitions adds depth to interactions, making conversations more compelling and inspiring. Furthermore, the attractiveness of a growth-oriented mindset lies in its ability to spark passion and excitement in relationships. During conversations with women, older men naturally steer topics towards aspirations, dreams, and ambitions. This not only highlights their sense of purpose and direction, but also fills interactions with enthusiasm and a sense of possibility. In summary, cultivating a growth mindset is a transformative journey that goes beyond mere talk. It reflects a willingness to embrace change, tackle challenges, and seize the endless opportunities that life presents. Remember, the path to lasting fulfillment starts with a mindset grounded in optimism, resilience, and unwavering determination. What's your opinion? Do you think young women prefer a mature older man or an older man who stays youthful with her? Comment your thoughts below. Number 2. Looking good and caring for yourself. In the realm of human interaction, the importance of self-care and appearance cannot be overstated. Regardless of age, the desire to look and feel your best is a timeless pursuit. It's not merely about vanity, but about showcasing inner confidence and well-being. Maintaining a well-groomed appearance signifies discipline, self-respect, and a commitment to personal health. This dedication goes beyond mere looks. It reflects a broader approach to life that enhances all aspects of interpersonal communication. When you exude confidence and vitality, you naturally attract positive attention and admiration. A well-maintained appearance not only opens doors to engaging conversations, but also sets the stage for romantic exploration. It's about sparking interest and creating an environment where meaningful connections can flourish. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and mindful grooming are not just routines but transformative practices that contribute to personal growth and self-esteem. And investing in your appearance is a testament to your commitment to self-improvement and well-being. It demonstrates that you value yourself and are dedicated to living a vibrant, fulfilling life. This commitment to self-care creates a radiant aura that enhances your attractiveness and allure. By embracing this journey, you unlock countless possibilities for deeper, more rewarding connections and set the foundation for lasting relationships. If you're interested in learning more about how to groom yourself for the best impression, you can check out the video 15 Sexiest Things Older Men Wear That Younger Women Find Hot to get a better understanding. Number 3. Leaving her wanting on a high note. In the intricate dance of romantic pursuit, knowing when and how to say goodbye is an art form that older men have perfected. It's not just about the time spent together, but also about how the parting moments are crafted, leaving a lasting impression that lingers long after the door closes. For mature men, this understanding is key to maintaining an allure that keeps their partners coming back for more, curious and eager for the next encounter. In a world often saturated with drama, impatience, and negativity, older men stand out by embodying calm and composure. They've lived through enough to know that dramatic exits, hasty words, or impulsive actions rarely lead to positive outcomes. Instead, they navigate relationships with a steady hand, avoiding the pitfalls that can derail a budding romance. The wisdom gained through years of experience teaches them that discord and rash decisions can easily break the fragile connections that are being built. So, they choose to leave their interactions on a high note, ensuring that every goodbye feels like a beginning rather than an end. While younger men might be tempted by the allure of quick wins and immediate gratification, older men recognize the value of playing the long game. They understand that patience and perseverance are virtues in relationships, often leading to deeper and more meaningful connections. This perspective allows them to focus on the quality of their interactions rather than the quantity, valuing depth over superficial success. As the moment of departure approaches, an older man knows that this is his opportunity to leave a lasting impression, a memory that will keep his partner thinking about him long after he's gone. He doesn't rely on grand gestures or overt displays of affection. Instead, he uses subtlety to his advantage. A lingering gaze, a soft smile, or even the way he says goodbye. These small yet powerful gestures create an air of mystery and intrigue that leaves his partner wanting more. It's not about playing games, but rather about understanding the psychology of desire and anticipation. By leaving her wanting more, an older man demonstrates a level of self-control and wisdom that is both rare and captivating. He doesn't need to chase or beg for attention. He knows that by leaving things on a high note, he's planting the seeds for future encounters filled with excitement and possibility. This approach showcases his confidence and emotional maturity, qualities that younger women often find irresistibly attractive. In essence, the ability to leave on a high note is a reflection of a man who understands the power of anticipation and the allure of the unknown. It's a technique that ensures that every farewell is charged with the promise of new adventures, keeping the flame of desire burning brightly. For older men, this strategy is not just about creating a sense of mystery, but about building a connection that is both thrilling and enduring, leaving their partners eager to see what the future holds. Number 4. Showing off some success. When it comes to the art of romance, success is the secret ingredient that can spice up a relationship in just the right way. But here's the kicker. It's not about flashing cash or flaunting luxury cars. For older men, success isn't about what's in your wallet, but what's in your heart, and how you use that to create unforgettable experiences. You see, success isn't just about financial stability, although that's certainly a part of it. It's about the life you've built, the wisdom you've gained, and the confidence you carry. Younger women often find themselves drawn to these qualities because they signal that you've got your act together. But there's a right way and a wrong way to let your success shine. Think of it like seasoning. A pinch here and there makes the dish delicious, but dump the whole jar in and it's ruined. For instance, picture this. You're planning a date, and instead of going for the over-the-top luxury experience, you choose something that speaks to your sophistication and thoughtfulness. Rather than whisking her away to a crowded, flashy nightclub, you opt for a cozy, upscale restaurant with a menu that suggests you've been around the culinary block a few times. It's not about showing off. It's about showing you know how to choose quality over quantity. You're not trying to impress her with a $200 bottle of wine, though you certainly could, but with your impeccable taste and the ease with which you navigate the finer things in life. Take it from the classics. James Bond didn't win hearts by throwing cash around. He did it with style, elegance, and a keen understanding of what truly makes a woman feel special. A well-tailored suit, a sophisticated choice of words, and a little mystery left at the end of the night can leave her intrigued and wanting more. It's not about what you can buy, it's about what you can offer in terms of experience and emotional connection. Now, let's not kid ourselves. Financial stability is a big part of this equation. But the trick isn't to throw money around like confetti. It's to invest it wisely in experiences that build a connection. Instead of showering her with expensive gifts, why not surprise her with tickets to a concert of a band she mentioned she liked, or plan a weekend getaway to a charming, off-the-beaten-path destination? These are the kinds of gestures that show you're paying attention, that you're invested in creating memories rather than just trying to buy affection. And here's the beauty of it. By focusing on experiences rather than material possessions, you also position yourself as someone who values the intangible things in life, the things that money can't buy. You become the kind of man who's rich not just in wealth but in life's most important currency: connection, intimacy, and shared joy. But let's address the elephant in the room. Some might think that showing off success is all about keeping up appearances or playing a role. The truth is, it's about being genuine. If you've worked hard to achieve success, you've earned the right to enjoy it and to share it with someone special. But remember, the goal isn't to make her feel like she's dating a walking ATM. It's to make her feel like she's with someone who's confident, secure, and knows how to enjoy the finer things in life without needing to shout about it. Number 5. Using wisdom to their advantage. As we grow older, we accumulate a wealth of wisdom that sharpens our intuition and deepens our understanding of life's intricacies. This enhanced insight provides older men with a distinct advantage in social settings, allowing them to navigate interactions with subtlety and grace. Rather than dominating conversations, they often adopt a more reserved approach, valuing moments of silence and practicing active listening. This respect for listening fosters a sense of empathy and mutual respect. Moreover, older men recognize the value of collaborative decision-making in relationships. By involving their partners in planning activities, such as choosing dates, they not only support their partner's autonomy, but also gain a clearer understanding of their preferences and desires. This balanced approach enriches their relationships and reflects a deep appreciation for mutual engagement and shared experiences. This respect for active listening is more than just a social skill. It reflects an appreciation for the perspectives and feelings of others. Older men understand that meaningful dialogue often involves more than just speaking. It includes appreciating silence and reflection. This approach allows them to better grasp their companion's needs and desires, which in turn enriches their relationships. Additionally, older men use their wisdom to share decision-making responsibilities with their partners. For instance, allowing a partner to plan dates or make other decisions not only shows respect for their autonomy, but also helps in understanding their preferences and aspirations. This collaborative approach fosters stronger connections and highlights the importance of mutual support and understanding in a relationship. Ultimately, the true power of wisdom lies in its ability to enhance our interactions through humility and introspection. By embodying these qualities, older men not only command respect, but also set the stage for more profound and meaningful relationships. Their ability to navigate social dynamics with grace and insight makes them standout figures in any setting. Before we continue with the next segment, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. This will help YouTube's algorithm suggest our videos to a larger audience. We appreciate your support. Number 6. Not showing insecurity. In today's rapidly evolving society, where the dynamics of relationships are continually shifting, insecurity has become an ever-present challenge, especially for men. As women ascend to positions of influence and success, the traditional roles that once defined male and female interactions are being redefined. For many men, this transition can stir feelings of vulnerability and self-doubt. The presence of powerful, accomplished women in the dating arena has introduced new pressures, leading some men to grapple with insecurities they may not have previously encountered. It's not uncommon for women to detect these insecurities early on in a relationship. They may notice it in subtle ways, questions about their past relationships that feel more like interrogations, or perhaps the occasional flash of jealousy that seems to spring from nowhere. These behaviors, though often unintended, can be telling signs of a man's internal struggle with his sense of worth. For women, such signals can be unsettling as they hint at underlying doubts and fears that might complicate a relationship's foundation. However, there is a distinct difference when it comes to mature men who have journeyed through life and accumulated a wealth of experience. These men have learned that insecurity is not a trait to be feared or hidden, but something to be understood and managed. Rather than seeking constant reassurance or validation from their partners, they have cultivated a deep-seated confidence that stems from within. This inner strength allows them to approach relationships with a calm assurance that is both appealing and reassuring. When a mature man exudes confidence without arrogance, it creates an atmosphere of stability and reliability. He doesn't need to prove his worthiness, he knows it. This quiet self-assurance is magnetic because it communicates to his partner that he is someone who can be trusted and relied upon, someone who is not easily swayed by the uncertainties of life. It also indicates a level of emotional maturity that is crucial for sustaining a healthy, long-term relationship. In the end, overcoming insecurity is not about pretending it doesn't exist, but about recognizing it and choosing not to let it define us. By embracing who we are and valuing ourselves without the need for external affirmation, we reveal the true essence of our character. This is the kind of strength that not only attracts, but also sustains deep and meaningful relationships. It is this inner resilience, this steadfast belief in one's own worth that ultimately paves the way for a relationship filled with love, respect, and lasting happiness. For middle-aged men, this is a powerful reminder that the key to attracting and keeping a younger woman lies not in trying to impress her with superficial displays of bravado, but in demonstrating a level of self-assuredness that comes from a lifetime of growth and self-discovery. Number 7. Mature and stoic body language. As the years pass, we begin to understand that true power lies not in words or flashy displays, but in the quiet confidence that comes from within. For older men, this wisdom is reflected in their body language, a language of maturity, stoicism, and unshakable composure. Unlike the younger generation, who often seek validation through drama and attention-seeking behavior, older men have learned the art of remaining calm and composed, even in the face of life's chaos. In a world where gossip and superficiality reign, maturity is often found in those who can rise above the noise. Younger men might fidget, boast, or seek approval through exaggerated gestures, but older men know that real strength is shown through subtlety and restraint. They've come to understand that their worth is not determined by the fleeting opinions of others. Instead, they carry themselves with a quiet dignity that speaks volumes without uttering a word. Imagine a scenario where you're in a social setting, perhaps at a dinner party or a networking event. The room is buzzing with chatter, people vying for attention, and yet you notice one man who stands out, not because he's the loudest or the most animated, but because of his composed and confident demeanor. He doesn't need to dominate the conversation or make grand gestures to be noticed. Instead, his presence is felt through the way he holds himself. A relaxed posture, steady eye contact, and a calm, thoughtful expression. This is the essence of mature and stoic body language. It's about understanding that you don't need to participate in every conversation or respond to every provocation. When others are caught up in idle talk or baseless speculation, the mature man remains above it all, engaging only when it truly matters. This selective engagement not only preserves his energy, but also makes his words and actions more impactful when he does choose to speak or act. Older men have also learned the power of silence. In an argument or heated discussion, a younger man might feel the need to prove himself, to have the last word. But the mature man knows that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. By refusing to be drawn into unnecessary conflict, he maintains control over the situation and over himself. This restraint is a hallmark of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the importance of mastering one's emotions and remaining unflappable in the face of adversity. Consider the impact this has on women, especially younger women who are often surrounded by men who are still figuring out who they are. When a woman encounters a man who is sure of himself, who doesn't need to prove his worth or seek validation, she is naturally drawn to him. His calm demeanor and mysterious aura create an air of intrigue that is hard to resist. Unlike the brashness or bravado of youth, the mature man's stoic body language signals that he is someone who can be relied upon, someone who is grounded and secure in his identity. Number 8. Not oversharing. For many, the constant sharing of personal details has become second nature, but those who understand the power of mystery stand out, especially in the realm of romance. Mature men, in particular, have mastered this subtle yet potent technique, knowing when to speak and when to hold back. This deliberate restraint can make all the difference in cultivating a deep and meaningful connection with a partner. Imagine a first date where the conversation flows easily, yet there's a sense that not everything is being laid out on the table. The man across from you is engaging, witty, and insightful, but there's something about him that remains just out of reach, a layer of his life that he hasn't fully revealed. This isn't about being secretive or evasive. Rather, it's about understanding that not everything needs to be shared immediately. This careful balance between openness and discretion can create an air of intrigue that leaves the other person wanting more. For older men, this approach is often second nature. With years of experience under their belt, they've learned that oversharing can sometimes do more harm than good. Revealing too much too soon can overwhelm a budding relationship, turning what should be a gradual journey of discovery into an information dump. Instead, by offering only glimpses into their lives, mature men create a sense of anticipation. They know that relationships, like good stories, are best when they unfold gradually, with each chapter revealing a little more about the characters involved. This concept of not oversharing isn't about playing games or being manipulative. It's about respecting the natural flow of conversation and allowing a relationship to develop at its own pace. By holding back certain details, these men invite their partners to be curious, to ask questions, and to take an active role in getting to know them. This, in turn, fosters a deeper connection, as both parties are engaged in the process of mutual discovery. Moreover, the allure of subtlety lies in its ability to keep the focus on the shared experience rather than on personal histories or future projections. Instead of dominating the conversation with tales of past relationships or future ambitions, mature men prefer to explore the present moment. They understand that building a connection is less about exchanging resumes and more about creating shared memories. Whether it's discussing a favorite book, a recent trip, or a mutual interest, the emphasis is on enjoying each other's company rather than revealing every detail of one's life. In today's world, where oversharing is the norm, the decision to keep certain things private can be a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that not everything needs to be known right away, and that some mysteries are worth savoring. For women, this restraint can be especially appealing. It signals that the man they're with is not only confident in who he is, but also considerate of how he reveals himself. It's a sign that he values the relationship enough to let it develop naturally, without rushing or forcing it. In the end, not oversharing is about creating a space where both people can explore and grow together. It's about building a relationship on a foundation of curiosity, respect, and mutual understanding. By choosing what to reveal and what to keep private, mature men craft a narrative that is both engaging and authentic. This approach not only keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting, but also strengthens the bond, as both partners feel respected and valued. So, while the world may be obsessed with broadcasting every detail, there's something to be said for holding back, for allowing a bit of mystery to linger. After all, it's the unknown that often keeps us coming back for more, eager to turn the next page and discover what lies ahead. Number 9. Being decisive. Decisiveness, especially in older men, is a quality that stands out as both attractive and reassuring. It's not just about making decisions, it's about embodying a sense of purpose and confidence that comes from years of experience. In a world where indecision can often lead to missed opportunities and misunderstandings, a decisive man becomes a beacon of certainty and strength. Imagine this scenario. You're about to go on a date and your partner suggests you pick the place. Instead of getting bogged down in endless options, you confidently choose a cozy little bistro you know she'll love. Your choice isn't just about the venue, it's about setting the tone for the evening. By taking the reins, you show that you're not afraid to lead, and in doing so, you create an environment where your partner feels valued and cared for. This kind of decisiveness goes beyond just picking restaurants or making dinner plans. It's a reflection of your approach to life and relationships. When a man is decisive, it signals that he knows himself well enough to make choices that align with his values and desires. It shows that he's not afraid to commit, whether it's to a plan for the evening or a long-term relationship. This level of self-assuredness is incredibly attractive to women because it speaks to a deeper level of maturity and reliability. In the context of modern romance, where uncertainty and ambiguity often reign, decisiveness becomes a rare and cherished quality. Women are drawn to men who can make decisions with confidence because it provides a sense of stability in an otherwise unpredictable world. When you're decisive, you demonstrate that you're not just drifting through life, but actively shaping it. This proactive approach is magnetic because it suggests that you have the strength and foresight to handle whatever challenges come your way. But decisiveness isn't just about the big life-changing decisions. It's also about the small, everyday choices that build the foundation of a relationship. Whether it's deciding on a weekend getaway, choosing a movie, or even picking a bottle of wine, these seemingly minor decisions all contribute to the overall dynamic between partners. When you consistently make choices with confidence and consideration, you build a sense of trust and respect that is essential for a healthy relationship. One might wonder, though, how to strike the right balance between being decisive and being domineering. The key lies in combining decisiveness with empathy and respect. Being decisive doesn't mean disregarding your partner's opinions or bulldozing through her preferences. Instead, it's about taking the lead in a way that still honors her feelings and desires. For instance, you might confidently choose a restaurant for dinner, but ensure it's a place you know she'll enjoy. This thoughtful approach shows that your decisiveness is rooted in care and consideration, making it all the more appealing. There's also a psychological aspect to decisiveness that plays into attraction. According to studies in social psychology, people are generally more attracted to individuals who exhibit strong leadership qualities. Decisiveness is a core component of leadership because it demonstrates the ability to take charge and guide others towards a desired outcome. In romantic relationships, this quality translates into a sense of security and admiration. When a man is decisive, he projects an image of someone who is capable and in control, which naturally draws others towards him. In the end, decisiveness is more than just a practical skill. It's a statement about who you are. It's a reflection of your confidence, your clarity of purpose, and your ability to navigate the complexities of life with grace and assurance. For older men, this quality is particularly potent because it combines the wisdom of experience with the boldness of action. It's a reminder that while life may be filled with uncertainties, you have the power to make choices that lead to fulfillment and happiness. Remember that in the world of romance, knowing what you want and going after it with confidence can be the spark that ignites the flames of lasting attraction. So, there you have it, the 9 hidden techniques older men use to create a magnetic pull that keeps women coming back for more. These aren't just tricks, they're rooted in wisdom, confidence, and the kind of self-assurance that only comes with experience. Whether it's mastering the art of mature, stoic body language or knowing when to leave her wanting more, Each of these techniques is about understanding the psychology of attraction and using it to your advantage. But remember, the true power lies in authenticity. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not or playing mind games. It's about embracing who you are, with all the confidence and wisdom you've gained over the years, and letting that shine through. When you do, you naturally become more attractive, not just to women, but in all areas of life. If you're looking to build deeper, more meaningful connections, these techniques are your roadmap. But don't just take my word for it. Try them out, see how they work for you, and watch as your relationships transform. If you found value in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and share it with friends who could use these insights. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content that can help you continue to grow and evolve in your personal life and relationships. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best is yet to come. Keep refining, keep improving, and keep showing the world the best version of yourself.